Hello and welcome. My name is Wounded Whales, and I'm going to be showing you how to make fast gold in Guild Wars 2. It starts off with ArenaNet's newest living world content, one of the maps called Lake Doric. And in Lake Doric, you have a centaur farming camp, which is about north from one of the first waypoints called Doric's Landing. And the centaurs there, they drop a bunch of items, a couple of which will have great interest to you. And pretty much, if you're into crafting, or if you're like you have a leather or huntsman or a leather worker or even a tailor, these items will pertain to you really. As well as if you want, or instead of having to look on the blackline market for leather, this place can also provide you with an abundant supply. Whether or not you just want to use it for crafting or just to sell off the blackline market. So the centaurs there, very, very average level, between 80 and so forth. Variety. You also have some white mantle there. But essentially the farm is you start from the pit or the little encampment, and then you work your way up to the mountain, the cliff side, and all the way back down, and you do that a few times. Pretty much a big farm train will go through there every now and then. But the items that drop are you got large crafting supply bags for all your rare tier 5 and above crafting supplies. You have your bloodstone wrapped saddlebags and bloodstone wrapped bags, leather cloths, and essentially with the cloths, they're salvageable items. So what you do with those is once you salvage them, you get either bloodstone, which obviously is handy for ascended crafting, and then you have a chance of getting starting tier to 7th tier crafting materials, and usually it's anywhere from 1 to 3 quantity 3 of each, and the drop rates are pretty nifty. I have a 135 magic find, and I'm able to get like 3 bags per kill sometimes. But I'm pretty sure my low level, I'm pretty sure everyone else got high magic find. For me, I typically just try to run between, I'd say, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. That's where you'll have a good quantity of groups farming it. Because if you get, depending on what class you have, if you can keep up with the group, you'll do just fine. You'll survive because there's an abundant amount of people there to soak up damage. And there's also abundant amount of people to revive you if you happen to die. But if you have a class that isn't quick, doesn't keep up, I run an engineer, but I have some elixirs that increase my movement speed. But essentially, what you want to do, because there's going to be a lot of people there, you're not going to be able to guarantee a kill sometimes. And by that I mean, there's going to be so many people there that they're just going to melt all those mobs. And between, at least on my server, between 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., there's enough people there to, run the farm without, killing all the mobs before you get there. I mean, if you run a ranger, you have a ranger longbow, you'll have a good chance of getting a hit or two and killing something. I mean, you don't have to get the final killing blow on something in order for it to drop, but you gotta, participate a lot in the attempt to kill it, if that makes sense. But according to the Black Lion Market, this farm has increased the presence of leather, and I mean higher tiers leather. It's, I would say, increased the price too because there's so much of it. Of course, you know, probably a lot of people don't craft using those leather unless it's higher tier, like tier 6 and 7. Mostly because I'm pretty sure by now people would have higher tiered characters, level 80s and above, and they're, unless you know you're just now getting into crafting, you're probably, your average character has already started crafting ascended based items. Unless you're trying to build legendaries, you know, build up for that precursor and all that stuff. But I'd say this farm, farm train is pretty viable. You have mobs, they're always respawning. You have groups there that are always doing it, so it's not just going to be okay. After this patch is, you know, going to just dry up, like a few of the other areas have. I mean, I remember when Guild Wars 2 first came out and you reached level 80, the Frostgorge Sound, you had a farm train, champ train all the time. And now it just seems like whenever they released a new map and there was a champ train, within a week or two, it was just done. People got bored of it. It's already been 2 weeks since Head of the Snake came out, and it feels like, you know, people love this train. And of course, you know, it's profitable too. You see that, if I remember correctly, this might have changed since I uploaded this video, but what happened was leather went up in price. I noticed that leather, especially for the higher tiers, that, you know, they're reasonably priced, and, you know, selling it would give you a profit, as opposed to what it was, which was nearly 2 silver. It's almost doubled that now. Of course, you know, this is, like I said, it might change since I uploaded this video, so take it with a grain of salt. Even lower tier leather, which is so common nobody bothers selling it, it's almost, I think, it's no longer a copper. Again, if it will change after this uploads, but it's different from what I remember, and it's very, you know, if you're looking to make a good buck. And not only that, you have the high tier crafting supply bags that these mobs drop, which you can either sell in bulk, you can open them, or sell what you get, because you have a high chance of getting your exotic rare items, crafting materials, and that can also make a profit, especially once you get, because those drops, the crafting bags drop a lot high. The drop rate for them is a lot higher than a lot of the other items. And then, you know, you'll get the additional, like the random item drop, like a blue, fine level, a fine shotgun or pistol, whatnot, or, you know, exotic weapon and armor. I've practically made almost 50 gold off of this run just by selling all the, how I made a profit was just get a bunch of stacks of the large crafting bags and just sell all the rares you get. And, you know, it's depending on how much, you know, what items you get and how much of it, you could roughly get around 50 gold. But I will say this, you know, it will take, that portion will take a lot longer. Now, if you go around the farm, I will mention that what you would probably want to look for are the bloodstone wrapped leather bags. because those will provide you with the stacks of leather, but they also will go for 5 silver each on the Black Lion treasure chest. And what you do is you go after there's special mobs in that area. They're called Crazed Infused. They're just like the Crazed Infused White Mantle mobs. But you just kill. If you kill these guys, they'll have the potential to drop those either the leather saddles or the bloodstone wrapped leather. And what you do is you can sell those stacks, and you combine that with the chest, you'll get a reasonable amount of stacks to sell on the market. Now another idea is because the train also contains champions and veteran level mobs. You can also go around killing those. They'll drop, I would say, some random items, but you guarantee get more stacks of the large crafting bags and the bloodstone wrapped leather bags. And then another way you can sorry. So essentially this is kind of the most viable way of making leather, or if you're interested in making gold, is a viable way of making gold. Now, like I said, the Black Lion market does fluctuate in prices based on how, I would say supply and demand, if y'all want to use those terms. Especially since this farm does increase the quantity of gold, leather. It's highly sought out. But I need to end the video right here. It's getting too long. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Alright, have a good day. Bye-bye.